What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Crypto Hour with Rodney.
And your boy, Jay Gagan. Cheers, everybody. Got some coffee on this beautiful day. What day is it, Rodney? We're in that week where no one knows what day it is. No one knows what time it is. I think it's Tuesday. It's Crypto Hour. It has to be Tuesday, right? Tuesday, 8 a.m. Here we are.
That's right, baby. Yeah, man. It's a weird time this time of the year. You know, you're right, because after, like, or even before Christmas and before New Year's, like, this is this weird week where, like, no one's kind of working. People, I don't know, some people are working. People are traveling a lot. And it's hard to keep track of what the hell time it is and what day it is, man.
It's acceptable to be drinking wine at 9 a.m., doing whatever you want. Although you and I are now on day 27 of dry December. Rodney, how has your dry December been for you?
Fine. Yeah, perfectly fine. But let's just say when the 30th and 31st and 1st hit, we're going to be absolutely sending it, buddy.
We're going to have some fun for New Year's. Yes, we are. We decided to do dry December because we were partying quite a bit. We were in Miami. We had a little bit too much fun in Miami. We were out till 5 a.m. dancing both nights, having fun. And we both looked at each other. We said, you know what? Let's take a break in December. We're going to start our own thing. It's usually dry January. Let's do dry December, which is probably the worst month in the world to not drink because you have family in town for Christmas. Yeah. And yesterday we went out for my mom's birthday, went to a nice rooftop bar, and I ordered an iced tea. And they're like, have a drink, Jake. We won't tell Rodney. I said, Mom, I'm a man of my word. It's not just because it's not that I don't want to have a drink. It's like that drink that I have will cost me $500. Me and Rodney put $500 on the line for it. And also, I want to win this challenge, right? I want to complete something. I think that there's something important about setting a goal with your friend, saying you're not going to do something, or saying you're going to do something and actually doing it, following through. Because anyone can say, hey, fuck it, I'll have a drink or I'll break the challenge. But there's something to be said about, hey, sticking to your word and accomplishing something.
Yes, it's been absolutely rough. But easy. I mean, I don't do a ton for the holidays, you know, and honestly, like when I'm going out and stuff like that, that's the only time I'm really going to absolutely send and drink and stuff like that. I don't drink at home or anything like that. You know, I just don't drink it. I'm not one of those home drinkers. But this month has been actually pretty interesting for cryptocurrency. I mean, there's been a lot of things happening, but at the same time, the news has kind of died down a bit. You know what I mean? But one thing big happening in our space that we should definitely focus on is a small cap project that just launched their actual use case, which is not terrible. It's not available in the United States, but keeps selling a ton of ETH. Now, what do you think about that? Because a lot of people say that, and I'm talking about Terareum, of course. A lot of people say that, you know, hey, some projects need to sell. How about, you know, Elon Musk selling Tesla stocks? And my rebuttal to that is, well, Tesla is an established company that's been running for quite a while. And I understand when they need to sell some of their stock or some of their company, maybe to prepare for a pretty bad 2023. What do you think about what's going on, man? It's pretty crazy.
Well, can we confirm that's something we have to ask? Can you confirm that this sale is from the dev team? Is that?
Yep, they said they were going to sell. Yep.
Really? They said they were going to sell.
Yep.
Wow, is this what Twitter looks like? I haven't been on Twitter in 11 days, man. 12 days. This is what it looks like?
Yeah, 100%, man. An old guy, Dave, popped up and said pretty much that it's the same wallet that pumped or bought some before and then dumped. So what they did is it says that this wallet that pumped Terra the last 7 days just dumped everything they bought the past 7 days. So 187 ETH in and 163 ETH out, 0 tokens left. So pretty much this wallet bought the rumor, sold the news.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's to drive hype or what the hell is that about.
Well, and pull that back up if you would. Pull that tweet back up if you could. Because I want to say the bottom line right there, tokenomics cost them 23 ETH over the past 7 days. That is true, but you also have to factor in the fact that, like, look at this from a investor's perspective, right? And also a dev perspective. Let's just say that I was the one that was doing the 187 ETH in. That causes more people to put money in, right? Because they see Terareum pumping. I wasn't on crypto Twitter, but I'm sure people were talking about it. So that 187 ETH in is almost like a marketing push, right? You put 187 ETH in, now other investors are putting money in. You probably have multiple wallets that you can sell outside of that. So technically 187 ETH in, 163 ETH out from one wallet, but I'm guessing that there was probably multiple wallets that you could probably sell from, right? Now, here's the question. Is it wrong for a developer to sell? I've held true on this my entire career in the crypto space and said, no, I think that developers should be able to sell their tokens. Now, there's different ways to sell, right? If you're taking profits respectfully when the market, when the price is pumping and not a pump that you've created, which it looks like this wallet actually created a pump and sold for a loss. If you're taking profits, you're doing it the right way, you're building, I think every developer should sell, just like every CEO should sell. You mentioned Elon Musk. He should be able to sell. When I was working in the corporate world at Zendesk, our CEO would sell millions of dollars of stock every single quarter, and he was celebrated for doing so. Obviously, it was a multi-billion dollar company, multi-billion dollar company, and that is why. Now, let's use this for example. If I put 187 ETH in 7 days ago, and I know that my use case is going to be releasing to 7 days later, and then I sell my crypto, I think that is a little bit scammy and schemy for me, right? Or let's just say I do, and I think this token was accused of it, and I know other tokens have in this space. I create a fake listing and I sell after that listing news happens or doesn't happen. That is another reason why I would say it's not okay. But for the most part, Rodney, I think that it is okay for developers to sell because they need to make money too, right? Like they don't have a salary. Like most developers have tokens, and this is how they get paid, by selling those tokens. But I do think that there are good and bad ways to do so.
Yeah, the interesting thing about DeFi is that it's all anonymous, right? We don't really know. And although they said they would be selling from their marketing wallet, this is not really their marketing wallet. This is just a big wallet that bought in a few days ago and then, sold, or 7 days ago and then sold. But they have been pretty transparent about when they're selling and why they're selling and those sorts of things. Now, the argument I see is like, okay, well, a company's not really established, right? This company's not really established, and they just recently put out their use case. It's like, well, when is it okay to keep selling, or start selling, even though you don't have no real use case and you have a lot of people holding the bag and those sort of things? Is it okay to sell when there's no real use case out, is my question. But now it's technically out and those sorts of things. And it actually doesn't look terrible. But I know that it's only, if you want to register, it's only available in India and in whatever country this is.
Let's take a look at it. I haven't even seen it. Let's see what their exchange looks like. I know it was a team of doctors. They were building it. Looks like they have their different trades. I mean, what cryptocurrencies are available? Is everything available on it as of right now?
No, it looks like all they have: Bitcoin, Cardano, Ethereum, Matic, Terra, TRX, XRP. So
nice. They have XRP. That's big. So is it a decentralized exchange or is it a centralized exchange?
It's a centralized exchange. Centralized exchange, yeah. Because you'd have to register. You don't connect your wallet. You'd have to log in, register, and those sorts of things.
Create an account and look. Hey, it looks good. At least they've released something, right? I know that this is a project that you've personally taken the privilege in, let me say it lightly, shitting on multiple times. And it looks like they've released a use case. They've had some interesting stuff along the way with their sales and their pre-sale wallets and stuff like that. But ultimately, they've put out a product. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it turns out for them.
Yeah, same thing with, say, Tom. I mean, they put something out, you know what I mean? Like it's something out in the market. And what we know for sure is that, a lot of these projects that are getting clapped, you know what I mean, are getting in trouble, for them are not really finishing their roadmap. You know what I mean? It's them just scrapping the project without really delivering anything. Now, a lot of people, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, how many projects from 2021 did that, right? That just... And it's pretty crazy too, because there was developers that literally went on streams, showed their face, and then 3 months later they say, "Hey, actually, we're not going to be able to finish this.
Logan Paul
thing happened." Look, yes, the Logan Paul thing is crazy, but that's crazy. Dropped right on him on Christmas time. What are your thoughts on that? The Logan Paul scam. I've only seen episode 1 and 2. I haven't seen 3, unfortunately, so don't spoil it for me. But what are your thoughts on that?
No. You asked me my thoughts, not because my thoughts are pretty strong. Especially, there's a huge influencer, the Crypto King. There's so many Crypto Kings, but I guess this is the actual Crypto King. I don't fucking know, but it seems like he was more kind of gnarly in this whole situation. Like he's the one who's, because Logan Paul and the other guys never really sold. The only 2 people that sold were that fake orphan guy, that CIA guy, MIT guy. Remember that guy?
Eddie Ibanez.
Yeah. And then it looks like Crypto King was the only one who sold. And then apparently Crypto King maybe sold about $6 million.
Wow.
And then you know what he posts on his Twitter?
What do you post?
He's like, you know what I did with $6 million? Whatever the F I wanted to. It's like, dude.
Did he post that recently or before?
Right after the video was published.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, right? Like
I need to finish it. I haven't seen episode 3 just because family was in town. We were watching Christmas movies. We were doing stuff like that. So I need to finish episode 3. But spoil it. How does it end? How does it end, Rodney?
Well, it ends with recently, like yesterday, Logan Paul invited CoffeeZilla onto his podcast.
Really?
But CoffeeZilla said, wait. I invited you for an interview first. So he's like, I'm not going to fly to into your podcast on New Year's. Like, ridiculous.
I
So
don't blame him. I don't blame him. He should come on to CoffeeZilla's podcast, right? I think that would
yeah,
make more sense here. But interesting the time to drop it. But I remember that, man. I remember CryptoZoo was when I was making content. Logan Paul was talking about a similar token, and he launched CryptoZoo. And I remember I was thinking about buying one, and then I was like, what happened to that project? The next thing that happens is he comes out with his 99 originals, and I was like, what happened to CryptoZoo? So it's cool that CoffeeZilla, who has a massive page right now, and his page is getting millions of views,
he's killing
made
it, bro.
this story about Logan Paul, because it was kind of swept under the rug. As I said, I don't know exactly how it finished, but it doesn't look good for Logan Paul. I mean, do you think he's in the wrong?
Who? Logan Paul?
Logan Paul.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like, he never put out anything. Okay, I don't. There's two different schools of thought, right? So, some people say like deliver things on time when you say they're going to get them and let them be great. Well, some people say as long as you put out something, and it seems like they didn't put out anything. Like what we're seeing with Saitama and Terrarium is that they took them a while to get their use case. They kind of stumbled through the way out there, but they fell over the finish line, and out of their hands fell a fucking use case, right? And I feel like they didn't even try with Logan Paul. In fact, it was obvious that they were scheming on these pre-sales. Like they knew that these pre-sales were going to go live. They made it purposely a month before anyone even knew about this token launching on Uniswap, that a lot of their friends and family could get in. They were scheming in the group chat. Someone exposed the group chat. It was shown that they wanted to get in themselves and have their friends and family get in before they made it public to anybody else. So to me, that has to be illegal, right? I think that's like black and white illegal.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a video through today, and that way on Friday I can give my full episode, my full thoughts on this. But yeah, this was an interesting time back then. It's like think about all the different, and I'm talking about like you and I are pretty small in this space, I would say, right? Like they're pretty small in terms of following and things like that. But there's people online on Twitter and Instagram, like the FaZe clan, right? Those guys, the FaZe, like Lana Rhodes, these massive influencers with tens of millions of followers. Everybody was launching NFT projects. Look at Lana Rhodes' project. Like they just launched these projects that had no utility, no use case. They made millions of dollars and they just abandoned them. And everybody was doing it back then. Jake Paul had multiple NFT projects. Literally, when Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson, afterwards, he launched an NFT project that sold out. Like there's nothing there, right? Jake Paul launched many NFT projects. So it was just a way for celebrities to make a lot of money. Unfortunately, Logan Paul is a massive name. CoffeeZilla is making great content right now. I mean, his content has leveled up so much. It's insane. Like, it's so enticing and exciting to watch, but he exposed them. And hopefully he continues to expose more of these massive influencers that launched NFT projects and crypto projects and promoted these things and just walked away.
Yeah, 100%. And this is a pretty interesting post by whalechart.org. Says crypto endorsements from top celebrities ended in tears in 2022. They are all paid fake moon boys. Now, I think that like a lot of celebrities, especially if they're like really high profile celebrities, I mean, how often do you think they deal with these endorsements like personally? And it's not like an assistant or someone who's involved. Like, hey, we're gonna get this much for promoting so and so. Do you want in? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. What do I got to do? That kind of thing. And yeah, man, I mean, most projects, that were endorsed by these celebrities, I mean, went down the drain. All the NFTs, right? Bored at Yacht Club look bad. I mean, they're fine now, but we know the SEC is going after them, right? FTX and many others, Ethereum Max and many other cryptocurrency projects that were promoted by these celebrities are just taking a big old shit. Now, is this a product of the bear market? Because I mean, Tesla stock is down. There's a lot of fear right now in Tesla and a lot of other different projects. I mean, it seems like there's hard economic times coming and everything's just kind of down, and maybe people are, taking their anger out on celebrities. Although some of those products are clear rug pulls, it's easy to blame people when things are down.
Yeah, everything is down right now.
Yeah.
But on the same token, hint cryptocurrency, these people, like you said, they probably weren't. They probably have a system. Like Kim Kardashian, there's no way that she received a DM from Ethereum Max and vetted the project herself, right? She has a team. No. I'm sure she has a team of people. And someone said, hey, Kim, this person's willing to pay you whatever it was, I think $250K, to make an Instagram post. And she's like, is it reputable? They're probably like, hey, well, Floyd Mayweather talked about it. You could do it, right? So I don't think that they're going to be doing their full due diligence. But yeah, a lot of the time you see these massive celebrities endorse something. It's probably either time to get out or they're going to be paying these people for extra liquidity, right? Because you pay Floyd Mayweather $500,000 to wear Ethereum Max and it gets in front of 50 million eyeballs, it's worth it. And then obviously afterwards, it's not going to be good. They're just trying to make as much money as possible before getting out. So it's a sign of, yes, one, using these massive people as X liquidity. And the number two, also, like, everything is down, but obviously some of these tokens are like Crypto Zoo, right? It went from 2 billion. Didn't it hit a $2 billion market cap? 2 billion.
I don't know, but
I think that's what he said in his first or second video. CoffeeZilla said it went all the way up to a $2 billion market cap. Pull up that chart if you can. Pull up the Crypto Zoo chart if you can. It's
I don't know, what is it?
Just Crypto Zoo coin market cap.
Oh, I did.
And just,
yeah, did they launch? Did they get listed on CoinMarketCap?
Yeah, they launched. Dude, wait till you see this chart. It's like, it's insane. It just, and the like it literally went parabolic. I'm pretty sure CoffeeZilla said it went to a $2 billion market cap, and then instantly down to zero.
The new one or the old one? Let me see. Crypto Zoo. It says Crypto Zoo new, Crypto Zoo old.
Probably. Did they migrate?
I'm not sure it was 2 billion. I think it was like 200 million. Let me see. Old. If it'll pull up. Looks like Jake might be in the metaverse right now.
Did I go out?
Looks like, yeah, Jake's maybe in the metaverse right now.
Did I freeze?
Crypto Zoo. Old. You there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, better now. Yeah.
What happened? Did it freeze?
I think so. Here it is. It's untracked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I don't know if they ever made it. Because I know they launched it, but they kind of scrapped it before it even went live, right? Let me see all time. Let's go. Market cap. Yeah, it wasn't really tracked. Yeah.
I think I have it right here. Go ahead and pull up my screen right here.
Okay. Let me see.
I have it right here. This was Crypto Zoo right here.
Oh, that's what I had. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. So it literally, like, it launched on right here in September. $50 million of volume, $45 million of volume in one day. Yeah, it was 2 billion. 2 billion, dude.
Yeah.
Think about how much money that is. $2 billion. And then it just went down. And today the volume is $9 of volume. It's obviously dead.
Crazy, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, wild to see. So from 2 billion to a $1 million market cap is Logan Paul's project.
Yeah. Some products are down way more than others, right? Way more than, and then it looks like you have somebody saying that it was a $2 billion market cap. That's crazy. Yeah, and obviously some products are down more than others. But what was crazy to me is that what we're starting to see, and what there was a promise from the SEC, is that they're going to start coming for a lot of cryptocurrency projects. Like it's going to take some time, but who do you think they're coming after next? I've been hearing rumors and rumblings about Hex.
I've been seeing that, right?
Yeah.
They've subpoenaed Hex influencers, and they've requested documents, just to see if they've been getting paid. But Hex is a very interesting project, right? A lot of these crypto projects that we talk about, like they're building, they have utilities, they have use case, right? They're building certain things in the crypto space. Hex, I mean, their main thing is, hey, buy Hex, lock it up, stake it for X amount of time, and get X amount of rewards. It's like, is that a Ponzi scheme? Some people might say, yeah. So, but they don't use words like give us your money. They use words like sacrifice, right? For Pulse Chain. So they have an interesting way of getting around it, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the Hex influencers and YouTubers have been subpoenaed, where they've had to show if they've been talking about the project because they like it, or if they've talked about the project because they've been getting paid. But they are going after Hex currently, I believe.
Yeah, and it's some of the influencers, not everyone, but some of them are. I've heard of them getting subpoenaed, some of the big time ones. And I mean, the issue with the SEC is issuing unregistered securities, right? And if you're sacrificing, it's not really, you're not really promised anything in return, so you kind of get by those SEC rules and regulations.
Yeah.
And that's why they call it a sacrifice. Now, the funny thing is, if for some reason they wanted to take that money and just disappear and not give you the tokens that we think we're getting, because here's the thing. If you sacrifice to Hex, you think you're getting some of the new PulseX or Pulse Chain tokens, right? That's what you think you're getting in return.
Yes.
But technically, they don't have to give us anything because we sacrificed it, just
it's kind of trust. You're kind of putting your trust in Richard Hart, right? And what happens if, like God forbid anything happens, hopefully he stays healthy forever, but like he's the one at the helm of the project. Like everybody is putting their trust in Richard Hart. He has a cult-like following like I've never seen before, man. Like man is he's idolized in the crypto space. But the SEC, Gary Gensler, at least the helm of the SEC, has said that he thinks that all cryptocurrencies except Bitcoin are securities. And I don't agree with everything Gary Gensler says, but I might have to agree with him on
He's
this.
right.
You know, when you look at the definition of a security versus a definition of a commodity, most of these cryptocurrencies are security, and it just is going to take time for regulation to come out to claim that. What do you think happens if the SEC starts to implement regulation and say that all of these cryptocurrencies, except Bitcoin, as Gary Gensler says, are securities?
Yeah, well, here's the thing about like Hex and those sorts of things. Like Hex is a good project in my opinion. The reason why I see value in Hex is because, you know, I think any cult following with a cult like that's going to launch their own exchange or blockchain, it's going to
Yeah.
pump. Like you're going to make money on it. So I think it's a great money making opportunity. Is what they're doing completely legal? I don't know. We'll see. Now, what Gary Gensler said is that, hey, man, why don't you guys just register with us before we come after you? And there's a big cryptocurrency project called EOS that had the same thing, where they were, you know, they had to register with or they got fined and then they registered with the SEC. So if you listen to a lot of Bitcoin maxis, they talk shit about other altcoins all the time and pretty much say that they're just tech companies operating on the blockchain to get around rules and regulations. And I think it's true. I mean, if you look at what a share in a company is compared to like a cryptocurrency, it's like virtually identical in my opinion. And if it's not just a store of value, then it's a security. And I think that Bitcoin and Dogecoin, and I guess any other stores of value are the actual commodities, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're saying. And even Gary said that Bitcoin is a store of value. It's not a security. He's classifying as as a actual currency. But yeah, things like Ripple, right? Like Ripple is a tech company. Like their infrastructure is in the blockchain space, making, you know, crypto transfers and payments much easier and quicker. And instead of registering as a company and having an IPO on the traditional stock exchange, they launched a cryptocurrency project with no regulation, right? Just launching it the day that they launched, right?
Yep.
And that's why the SEC came after XRP and Ripple so hard. But yeah, there's just, you know, but it was that moment where, like, and we're still in that moment where there's no regulation. Nobody really knows what happens. So I know you're in favor of regulation a little bit, right? In terms of stable coins and exchanges, right? But are you in favor of the SEC coming in and saying, hey, this is what a security is, this is what a commodity is? If you do launch as this, you have to register here at the SEC first? Or do you kind of like it how it is, where everybody in their grandmother's basement, Rodney, can just launch a token anytime, any day?
Well, let's get one thing straight here. I'm a degenerate and gambling is fun. But I know that that's what I'm getting into. I know that when I go on Dex Tools and I look at live new pairs and I'm seeing random e-news launched every 10 minutes, still, even in the bear market, I know that this is probably a good time, not a long time play. But a lot of people either don't admit they know that's the case, or they just are just like oblivious to it. Because one thing that I saw during the last bull run is two schools of, like, I don't know, maybe thoughts or investing or whatever.
Yeah.
And we just talked about this yesterday on the show. Was, well, we have one person who who's new to DeFi, who truly believes these projects are like the holy grail of whatever they think it is, because they're new to crypto and they don't understand how big DeFi is. And the other investor that's like, I'm going to put a lot of money into this. And I saw this with Logan Paul's Crypto Zoo. I'm going to put a lot of money in this because so-and-so is promoting it and I want to make money back. And someone else is going to be my extra liquidity. So they know they're gambling. When the end result is the same as you getting rug pulled or those sorts of things, right? Then people are like, oh my God, I can't believe, so-and-so Inu rugged. It's like, one, I think that a lot of people know what they're getting into and they want to place the responsibility on someone else. But two, I do think that some people are really caught under the spell, thinking that whatever they're into is the next best thing by being in a Telegram, by listening to just a few influencers and those sorts of things. So it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. It's weird, because what if it is the next best thing, right? Like what if you invested in SHIB back in January of 2021 and it turned out to reach a 50 billion market cap, right? You that's just how society works. You hear the Dogecoin stories, you hear the SHIB stories, right? And you see it with these other projects. But I think the important thing to realize is 99.9, Rodney, maybe, right? Like even that high of these projects, percent of these projects will fail. Like they're going to fail. But on the flip side, what do we hear? We hear the stories of that SHIB guy that turned $500 into $5 million. We hear the stories of the guy with Saitama. What was his name? Crypto Noah, that turned 50K into 40 million.
Yeah.
Like you hear those stories, and that's what everybody wants, right? It's that lottery ticket. That's why the lottery reaches, $2 billion and then somebody wins because everybody's playing it. So it's what you want. But at the end of the day, it's yeah, you have to realize that 99.9% of these projects will fail. And I love what you always say it. A lot of these projects are here for a good time and not a long time.
Yeah, which is fine in my opinion because I like that. But when you look at look at through the lens of a regulator, you're like, hell no. You know what I mean? I like it because I think it's fun, and I lose on a lot of these, but I'm like, hell yeah, baby. I like those sorts of plays because I know that there's huge opportunity to make money. And your face
Yeah.
was frozen in the most hilarious frame a
Why
second
does it
ago.
keep cutting out?
I don't know, but that
It's
shit
not
was
freezing on me.
you were like,
Oh man. It's not freezing on me at all.
no, maybe it's me. I don't know. We had a huge fire down the street the other day. Right before Christmas, guys, and dude, it was crazy. But we have a $20 donation from Hayes. Dude says, "Thank you for the content, Rodney. With most retail investors out of crypto right now, it's basically a bunch of people taking each other's money on shitcoins, and or a few people being smart and DCAing into blue chips. That's true, Hayes, dude. And thank you so much for the $20 donation.
Yeah, I think a bunch of people people left over taking each other's money on shitcoins and or a few people being smart. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I've definitely moved out of the shitcoin market. I was there for probably a week, and I think I lost on 9 out of 10 plays, and I was like, yeah, this is not it's not good. Like it's I think I would imagine I wasn't really in this market like the micro cap space during the bull run, but I would imagine during the bull run, everything you threw money at during a bull run went up, right? Like there was tokens that had no business 100xing or 1000xing. Everything was going in because there was so much money in the space. But obviously now it's like, dude, everything is going down. So that shitcoin market, the microcap market is it's for a different breed, right? You really have to be built for that. But yeah, I think that's the smartest thing that at least I'm doing right now is, if you have money set aside, dollar cost averaging into the blue chips. Stop trying to time the market, but if you like Bitcoin, Polygon, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, whatever you like, at least what I'm doing is just putting a small amount in each day. I haven't been trying to time the market. I'm not breaking the bank, putting it in, but just putting money into my top projects because I do believe eventually that cryptocurrency will go back up. I believe in blockchain technology and we will see better days. So these prices, although not very confident right now, the market and the news, when it does go back up, I'll be happy that I was putting money in during these prices.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about all this is that we might have a year to do the same thing because it doesn't look like things are going to get much better during the next year. Just there's no signs that point to that, which I'm excited about. But like you said, I do miss the fun of the shit coins, and it really only takes one, like you said, it takes one like big W for you to just be like, all right, I'm going to send it on every other play, and then you end up losing all the gains you made on that one big play because you think that's going to happen again. And that's what people saw with SHIB. That's why so many people are addicted to meme coins and shit coins is because of the fact that they can make a ton of money, or maybe they won like clear on one play and now they're trying to chase that same high again.
Yeah, exactly. What is your thoughts on SHIB? I know last week we were talking about it. They had huge announcement. They came, they had the biggest announcement in the world. They had the timer, and it was just to get that's crazy. Like now that I have more time to think about it, it's like to put a huge timer on there, and it's to revamp the website. Like that's something you do in ghost mode. Just revamp the website. Just hey, website's going to be down for about an hour or so. We're revamping it. Go live. That's how you know we're in the bear market. Like when you have to put an announcement just to revamp the website. What's happened there? Have you seen the I guess, the community, how have they been regarding that latest announcement?
Well, I don't think it makes SHIB any like weaker of a project because of that. I don't think it makes it a weak project. But you have to understand that it's okay to criticize a project when they do some completely dumb shit because that was stupid. Like that's dumb. Like you don't put a timer to upgrade a website, especially when people are thinking some of your major use cases are going to be here before the year's over because a lot of us were promised those use cases in 2023. Now, the people that are coming to the defense of SHIB, I mean, the absolutely asinine argument saying, "Oh, well, you didn't know it was just for a website upgrade? Why would you think it was something else?" Like, what do you mean? Why would you put a countdown for a website upgrade? And the thing was, the countdown was a day and a half. You couldn't just make a Twitter post and be like, "Hey guys, website's going to be down for a day and a half because we're upgrading it. So just be patient with this." But no, they had this huge teaser. Then Shaitoshi, the anonymous dev of Shiba Inu, puts up a retweets something that implies that so Binance posted something that said like, what's your favorite whatever. It's like a bone, and he put hashtag bone, and people are thinking, oh shit, bone's getting listed on Binance because it has good volume, right? Has good volume. And then right after that, SHIB says, hey, we're starting a countdown. So a lot of people thought it was either for Shiba Swap 2.0, Shibarium, their new treat token, which I don't think they need any more damn tokens. And you know what I mean? And then either that or a bone getting listed on the big exchange. And then they're like, no, we just upgraded our website, which it looks nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, you don't need a timer. We're not stupid because everything pumped like crazy, because of that rumor,
Of course. I'm thinking we're not want to hear this. How glad are you that you're not a developer? You can't win. You can like it when you're a developer, it is
can't win anything.
It is a lose job. Like Chaitoshi was probably like, dude, I'm gonna revamp the website. They're gonna be so happy. We're gonna put this timer, and then just boom, absolutely shit on. It's like, dude, I don't know why any of these developers, besides maybe to build something that's gonna help people or to make a lot of money, I don't know why they get into developing. Like that's got to be the toughest job in the world, because when it goes up, you're a king. Like we saw it with projects. When the tokens were pumping, they were treated like gods, Rodney. They were idolized.
I think you're in the robot. I cannot hear. I think you're in the metaverse right now.
What's the chat say? Am I here?
I can barely hear you. Your face is like frozen. I can barely hear you. I don't know. Chat, can you hear me and Jake? Is it just me going bad? Is it just Jake going bad? What's going on in the chat? Give me some feedback here, because I think
what's happening.
I think my connection's good here. We got 220 people in the chat, baby.
We got the squad here.
Make sure you guys smash that like button.
Yeah, it's looking good on my end. They said yes. They can hear me. John Smith.
Can you guys hear me, Jake, both evenly, or
y'all are both good?
Really?
I hear both.
I can't. You sound like a robot to me. I don't know. Sometimes. Let's just send it though.
Jake sounds and looks good. Tracy, thank you so much, making me feel so good on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Y'all are good. I hear both fine. Jake is all good.
Maybe it's just your connection to me, bro. What the
Anyways, it could just be an error on StreamYard. StreamYard might just be having a little.
Oh, dude, StreamYard's so ass sometimes. It's like good and ass at the same time. But to go off what you were saying, man, true. I mean, being in the public eye, just as you, or just as a tiny platform like mine, people say some ridiculous. You cannot win on social media. Like I look at like Tom Brady, and people are trashing him. I look at UFC fighters, people are trashing him. It's like that's just the internet. The internet's crazy like that.
Yeah, but handling somebody's money, being the developer, right, where they're investing in you essentially, right? A lot of people invest in the CEOs, and I invest in CEOs, right? If I like a CEO and what they're doing, I'll invest. Like Elon Musk, I invest in Tesla because of Elon Musk, right? But I can't imagine having that pressure. Like why would you want that pressure on you, right? Like waking up, your token right now, Roddy, you're a developer of a token, it's down 99.9%, and you had messages in November saying, oh my god, you've changed my life forever, I invested my retirement and now I'm rich. And now the messages, all your DMs are just like, fuck you, I can't believe you did this. Like being a developer would probably be the gift that does not keep on giving, is what we'll call it.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Jake. If I'm down 99.9% from my all-time high and not following the rest of the market, I'm not blaming the market. I'm saying, hey, what is like the basic rule for anything in life as we get older? It's like your situation is a direct outcome from the decisions you made, right?
Yes.
And like the same thing applies to exchanges and price actions and those sorts of things. Look, some things are inevitable, like Bitcoin being down 60% year to date, or same thing with Ethereum. But some of these cryptocurrency products are down bad because of what they've done, right? The kind of the things they did or didn't deliver. And so, I think some of those criticism are 100% warranted.
Agreed. I think they're warranted. I'm just saying it would suck to be a developer. Like, why would you want to do that? I would just stay at my regular job rather than have, millions of people hate you, and you, like, not even that the fact that people hate you, but it's like the fact that you have to wake up and sleep at night knowing that your actions are directly impacting someone's financial future, right? Like people have invested, but that's also on the people. It's like, don't invest in these projects, right? You shouldn't put so much faith. And I think you always talk about it too. It's like, people form these cults in these communities, and they fall so in love with the message, they fall so in love with the development team, they fall so in love with the use case and the future. And a lot of these developers are promising these futures of financial freedom that they can't see what's right in front of them. And I know that's been something that I've talked to you about. You were making content about similar projects went on. You'd always make critical content, and I would always watch some of the videos and be like, well, people would shit on you. I'd be like, well, maybe there is some truth to that, right? That's why I think the FUD, people call it FUD in the crypto space, only when you're talking about their project, is good. Remember what we did with Lily Finance? We weren't paid to do that. It wasn't paid FUD. We were saying, hey, and we got to talk about that. I don't even know if is that listing still happening. We'll talk about that in just a second. But we were like, hey, this doesn't add up. Let's chat about this. And I'm sure everybody in the Lillian Finance community was probably thinking that we were paid fudders and we were fudding their projects and bags. But you have to talk about things that don't make sense, especially in the crypto space.
Yeah, and big shout out to Linwall with the $20 donation. I don't think you had a message, man, but if you had one and you didn't type it in, go ahead and type it in and we'll read it. But thank you so much for the $20 donation, Linwall. It looks like you're new around here. Appreciate you, brother. And guys, do me a favor, smash that like button, baby. We got 220 people in here. Let's keep it going. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, it doesn't matter what anybody says about your product unless it's like really damning evidence or something like that. Like, shout out to Balenciaga. Something that happens to your company or brand. It's like, it's not going to really affect anything if your product is good. Like, no one cares if you're sitting here shouting out on any platform about something about a project or a developer that's shady, and they bring it up and talk about it on their platform. And so many people get offended. But the thing is, if the product is good, if the developer's okay, then they're going to be fine regardless of what anybody says, right? But at the end of the day, I think that there's a truth to a lot of these FUD, pieces or FUD videos that people see, they feel it, and they understand it, and it kind of hurts them because the truth hurts.
Yeah, there's a difference between FUD and being critical, right? If you sit there and you say, this project sucks because this guy sucks and this isn't good. That was his comment right there. Shout out to Linwall for the $20 donation, guys. Make sure to donate to Rodney, guys. Show some love for your favorite crypto influencer. But if you're just sitting there and saying, screw this guy, right? This guy sucks. This happens. He sucks. But if you're sitting there and saying, hey, whoa, here's some evidence, right? Like, let's look at the blockchain. The blockchain, that's the beautiful thing about the blockchain. It never lies, right? You can always look at the blockchain. But if you're just sitting there and saying baseless claims, then that's an issue. But if you're pointing out things that are, that are it's considered criticism, those are good sometimes, because sometimes it turns out to be true, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I don't think they should always just take, and we've learned that more than anything this year, Rodney, in 2022. You could not take everything a developer says to be true. You can't take everything that a developer says to be true. Now, let's lead that in. As you know, I haven't been on Twitter. My account got locked. I'm still not on there. Honestly, the best 12 days of my life. I highly recommend everybody to not go on Twitter. You don't realize how toxic that place is until you get off it. But the reason I bring that up is because I haven't seen anything with Lillian Finance. Is it still, please don't tell me it's still their background if they're not on Coinbase.
I'm going to look right. I haven't looked.
Please don't tell me, Rodney.
And another topic of today is, Jake, how legal? Oh, did they block? They probably blocked me. I think they blocked me.
Did they block you?
I think so. I can't find them yet. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, what? Wait. Hold on. Is it gone? Hold on.
They deleted their Twitter account.
No. I'm looking at, this is at Lily. What was Lily Finance's actual?
At Lillian. I think it's Lillian. Yeah, they changed their name to.
Is it Lilin?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Come on, bro.
Oh, no,
they changed the background.
Oh, they changed it. Okay, let's talk about the legality. First of all, 2 donations. Lawrence with the $2 donation with Volt Inu says 1000x in the next bull. Dude, Volt Inu is gonna go fucking crazy during the next bull run. Like, and the thing I like about Volt Inu is people say like, "Oh, you're shilling Volt Inu." Guys, Volt Inu is not pretending to be a meme coin. Volt Inu is delivering all along the way, and they're not pretending to be this like crazy like project that's like holier than thou. It's just a meme coin, and they're still killing it in a bear market. Calm down. And Bernie with the $10 donation says, "Happy birthday, Rodney." Here we go with the birthday donations.
Rodney, happy birthday to you, brother, man. I just want to say, man, I'm just so grateful for you. Happy birthday to you, Rodney.
I appreciate you, Jake. Thank you so much for remembering my birthday. And Lily Finance did change their background. Now, I want to talk about the legality of waiting, or excuse me, about lying about getting on these top cryptocurrency exchanges. Do you think that's like illegal, or what the hell? Because we've seen this a few times in our space.
It should be. Is it? I don't think so, right? There's no regulation there. There's no law saying, hey, if you're a token in the DeFi space, you can't say you're going to get listed. Like, because there's so many different there's so much room for error, right? Like, there's so much ways to get around that. You could literally say like, oh, well, we got a fake exchange listing from Coinbase and we sent, $150,000 to get listed on there. We thought like you could play dumb, right? You really could. So illegal? No, not yet. Yeah. I'm sure if the SEC was watching this or found out about this and they said, hey, I'm sure the SEC would consider illegal and they would actually go after them if this was on their radar. Yes, I think it is illegal. Now, technically, because there's no rules and regulations around it, it's not. But like I said, if the SEC saw what happened, and they saw that Lillian Finance had this fake Coinbase listing. They never did. And they did a little research. They called Coinbase and said, hey, have you guys ever talked to Lillian Finance? And they said no. Yeah, they would probably come down hard on them. So yeah, it is illegal. Yeah, it would be illegal. But it's so deep in the DeFi space, and obviously it's not on their radar right now. So yes, I think it is illegal. I should change my answer. Yes, it's definitely illegal to have a fake Coinbase listing to pump the price and sell. Like 100% illegal. Unfortunately, not on the SEC's radar right now.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what it is, not being on the SEC's radar, because that's a huge thing right now, right? That's a huge thing. Is like a lot of these projects are really just kind of slipping under the radar, while these top projects, like these ones that everyone knows about, shout out to Bored Ape Yacht Club, shout out to XRP, are
Hex.
really are in the crosshairs of the SEC because they're more well known, right?
I mean, look at it's all about money at the end of the day, right? It's like there's people out there that are scamming hundreds of dollars, right? Like the other day I had a PayPal thing. Someone's like, hey, here's your invoice, $600 PayPal. Like, is the guy that's scamming Bitcoin $600 on PayPal from India going to get in trouble? Probably not, right? But is the Hex that has a multi-billion, like they're going after the big money. That's as they should though, right? Like they should go after the biggest people. But the Lillian Finance, well, look at it though. Like in 1 year, Rodney, it's Christmas 2023. Are we going to still be talking about Lillian Finance? No, because there's going to be thousands of other things that happen before then. So that's what we said too. While we were doing our Twitter Spaces, which I hope that we get the Twitter account back. I missed those Twitter Spaces, man. They were so fun. But we even said, we're like, while we were on the stream, we're like, yeah, people probably won't remember this in a couple weeks. That day, SBF got arrested. We changed the title of our Twitter space to SBF gets arrested. So it just kind of shows you that these things get swept under the rug. I mean, have you seen any talk about Lillian Finance on Twitter or YouTube since the fake Coinbase listing? It kind of just gets swept right under the rug. People move on. You start talking about other things. And unfortunately, that's just how it goes in this space because it's such a small project. What's their market cap? A couple million? Couple million?
Not enough to get on Coinbase.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, I do believe, Rodney, that what they did is illegal. I think if the SEC, let's just say the SEC did their research and said, oh, this token announced that they're going to be listed on Coinbase on 11/23. They call Coinbase, they call your boy Zach Segal, who posted and said, hey, Zach, you're the head of listings. Did Lillian Finance ever have any communications with you guys at all? And they said no.
No.
And then they tracked. Yeah, fuck no, Gary. You kidding me? I tweeted about it twice. I tried to warn them. And then they tracked the wallets and saw that people were selling. I would say that it's probably illegal. Like I said, though, we're in this weird time period where the SEC is starting to get into cryptocurrency space. But like you said, they're going after the Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, the XRP, the Hexes, and in this DeFi space, this lower level, things kind of just get swept under the radar for the time being. But as you mentioned, Rodney, the blockchain doesn't lie. It's there forever. The tweets are there, right? The announcement's there. It just is if they cover it or not.
Yeah, 100%. The interesting thing about the blockchain, and we're seeing with Jake Paul and Logan Paul and all, not Jake Paul, but Logan Paul and a bunch of other people, it's like, dude, it's like so many people get lazy about their wallet addresses, and people are like easily able to track what the hell they've been buying and selling. But first, real quick, shout out to Echoes from Above, absolutely smashing the YouTube algorithm, going after all the finance YouTubers, almost at 10K subscribers, and killing the views on his channel. When you think about it, subscriber to view ratio, he's absolutely killing it, going after Meet Kevin, all like the traditional stock finance guys. And I have to talk about them too here in a second. And then shout out to Bud Yeti with the $5 donation, says happy birthday, Fudney. It's not my birthday, but thank you so much again for the donations. But yeah, the blockchain is like everything is, you can see everything. And if your wallet gets doxxed for some reason, or maybe you tweet about something and it shows your wallet, I mean, people can see that forever and track all of your buys and sells, unlike, some traditional stocks that it's not that public, right? But the thing about like traditional stock markets and those sorts of things is like your brokerage account is linked to your social security number, birthday, and those sorts of things. So when the SEC wants to come after you, they got everything like for real on record,
Yeah.
But dude, I want to hear your opinion on like financial YouTubers. I want to hear about that, like finance YouTubers and those sorts of things when it comes to like advice, because when I've always watched financial YouTubers, I'm the kind of person that doesn't really take everything they say like to heart, I kind of, with a grain of salt, and realize that a lot of what these like Meet Kevin and Graham Stevens, although they're brilliant, smart, conscientious guys, hardworking men that absolutely are killing the algorithm, I understand that they made a lot of their money from YouTube, not because they're like these geniuses, which they are in their own sense. Like, they're not geniuses at everything investing and making money. They're geniuses at what they do, which is YouTube, selling things, and those sorts of things. What do you think about that? And what is your opinion on these financial YouTubers and the way people are just blindly following them?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail right on the head right there. It's like a lot of these financial people made money from YouTube revenue, not from investing. And I think you have to take it with a grain of salt. They're people, YouTubers say, you and I say it. It's like, we're not financial advisors, right? We're on YouTube. We're talking about different topics. For us, we talk about cryptocurrency. For Meet Kevin and Graham, they talk about stocks, right? What stocks they're buying. I wish someone could crunch the numbers and see how accurate everybody is when it comes to their
Echoes has. Echoes has. Echoes from above has.
There you go. Yeah, he's crunching it. So probably not as accurate as you think, but some people have good advice, right? I'm sure you've made videos where people have made money. I'm sure I've made videos where people have made money. I'm sure we've both made videos where people have lost money, right? It's like, you're not always going to be perfect. I think it should come down to the investor. They should really do their research. You should watch a video from Rodney if he's talking about a certain project and say, hey, this looks like a good project, I'm going to invest, or this looks like a bad project, I'm not going to invest. You shouldn't just invest because Rodney's talking about a project, right? But for Graham Stephan, right, he's a guy, he helped me a lot. He was making credit card content back in the day, and that's how I started my credit card journey. He made really solid content then. But then again, you saw him during the hype of the bull run making Shiba Inu content. Was he making Shiba Inu content because he thought it was a good project, or was he making Shiba Inu content because it had a lot of eyeballs and he was getting a lot of views? So I think at the end of the day, like a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people online, they're doing things because it gets engagement or views, and you should take almost everything that they say with a grain of salt. You should watch everything, just like you watch CNN and Fox News to get two different opinions. You should watch certain YouTubers and content. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's your money. You're the one that decides to invest it. Just because Rodney talks about something doesn't mean you should invest. Just because Jake talks about something doesn't mean you should invest. It's up to you. You're the one that puts the money into the bank account. You're the one that buys the stock. You're the ones that sells it. Take everything that these people say with a grain of salt. And at the end of the day, it's your money. You make the decisions.
Yeah, that's a fantastic point. It's like, I watch Graham Stevens, even Meet Kevin, and I've learned some certain things from these guys that help me, like the credit card stuff, like Graham Stevens talking about that, or just being frugal, or different little things. There are value in these guys' channel, like Meet Kevin, for example. The reason why I do respect Meet Kevin, I like Meet Kevin, is because this motherfucker is the first one on any like CPI data being released or anything. He's always first. He's always working, even though he's on vacation. So I do respect that. But at the same time, I understand that I can't blindly follow anybody. And that should apply to you watching us, whatever it is. You can't just blindly follow people because you remain in an echo chamber. You don't get a different perspective. But real quick, 2 donations from Echoes from Above. A $20 donation says, even though it's not your birthday, you deserve this money anyways. This man inspires me every day, both staying in good shape and making great content. Much love, bro. Appreciate that. And then another $10 donation from Echo says, here's more money just because. All right, man, got to go. Keep killing it, bro.
Nice.
Major shout out. Appreciate you, Echoes. Echoes is, dude, if you keep doing YouTube, dude, he's just going to blow up, dude.
I got to check him out.
It's really good content. Yeah, it's really good content. Good thumbnails. Actually inspired me to make more thumbnails similar to that, and steady growing view count. So killing it. Yeah, but like you said, Jake, like I don't watch one person and I'm like, okay, this is the only person I'm gonna watch. You gotta diversify. Like I used to watch your streams back in the day when the speaker dude. Yeah. Dude. Lit, dude. The fucking when you're doing giveaways, dude.
Blue speaker, yeah.
Thousands of people in there. Crazy, bro.
Crazy. Yeah, it was wild. But yeah, you have to diversify, and I think it's good to get other people's perspective. But it's weird when it's coming with money, like you it's something with psychology. Like let's say Rodney's talking good about my project that I'm invested in. I'm someone on YouTube that's watching it, and I put a good amount of money in. Rodney's talking good about it, right? And he keeps I want to keep watching him because he's talking good about it. I don't want to go to the other person that's talking about it, right? So it's like you do kind of form these echo chambers, whether you like it or not. And I think it's, at the end of the day, we're here talking about projects, giving our opinions on it, and that's what they should be. They're just our opinions. They shouldn't be your facts.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I kind of been leaning into. First of all, another shout out from Echo says another $10 donation says, "All right, last one for real. Appreciate you,
Damn.
Echoes, bro. Appreciate you." But you know, I'm really starting to lean into bad news. Like, I really like bad. I don't know if it's like a masochistic thing, but I just love hearing bad news because I feel like it's real. You know, like fuck. You know, sometimes I need to hear like I watch so many like other cryptocurrency channels, and it's all like hopium. Like, oh, Bitcoin did this last year, like these 3 days before like New Year's. It's gonna do the same thing. It's like, dude, it's okay to have negative news, but you know, I just don't like going into a space and it's like everything's fine when like you're like in a house and everything around you is burning and it's like everything's fine, it's all good. So don't look outside. You know what I mean?
That
I like
meme.
the bad news.
Yeah, that meme
Yeah,
with the dog that's in the house burning. Yeah, but I mean, look, if you're a developer, you know, you don't want like if you're a developer, you can't go onto a space or onto an AMA and say like we're fucked. You know,
yeah,
like you can't do that. So it's this fine line. Like you have to as a developer, you have to provide some sort of hopium, right? Because that's what you do, right? Like the Tesla's down right now. Although Elon's keeping it kind of real, huh? He's keeping it kind of real. He's not saying like he's saying like, yeah, Tesla's down right now. We'll be fine. But we can't control the market conditions. That's what he said, which is actually keeping it real. He's not just up there like providing hopium, but he's providing a little bit of hopium, but a little bit of truth. And I think that's what you want. You want some sort of truth. You don't want everything just to say like, hey, everything's fine when the house is burning. You say, hey, like the house is burning, but the fire department's here and they're working on putting it out.
yeah. That is perfect analogy. Yeah, 100%. And you know, he sold $3.5 billion of Tesla. We know that. Like Elon
Crazy.
Musk is. And that probably kind of points to some sort of like negative earning report or something like that coming out in the future. Like he's seeing the writing on the wall. And Elon Musk and Kathy Woods have been very vocal. Big tech stock people, obviously, very vocal on Jerome Powell, like not continuing to raise interest rates because it's going to affect them. You know, but I feel like our government's doing what they have to do in order to get inflation under control right now. And these are hard times, but yeah, man, like you said, like it's good to give us some bad news, but give us solutions, you know, to that bad news. Okay, yeah, house is on fire, but we're working on putting it out.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah. We have 216 people watching and only 50 likes. Do me a favor, smash that like button. Jake, are you going live at 9 today?
Not today because I have family in
Okay.
town and I'm gonna be going to work out, do some
Nice.
family things here for this holiday season. So not today, but I will be
Yep.
live tomorrow, and then we'll be live on Friday for the Crypto Hour on my channel.
Awesome. If you got to split at 9, let me know. I don't know. Do your thing. But real quick before we take off, or depending on your schedule, I want to talk about SBF not really paying bail because, dude, the highest bail ever sent, $250 million. You know what the second closest was? Bernie Madoff.
10 million, right?
Oh, what? Oh, what?
25 times.
So, okay. So 25 million. All right. You have to pay 25 million, right? 10% or something like that.
10%.
And his parents put up their house as collateral, which is, I heard 1.8 million and I heard 4 million. That doesn't equal, I'm not a math major, but that's not 25 million. So one, who put up the rest of the collateral? Or two, who put up the cash? Or I'll watch the BitBoy video. Did he really pay for it all?
I have no idea. I haven't been following this story closely, but people think that SBF is broke. Like anyone that says that is just out of their mind. The guy, first off, the guy was the CEO of a exchange, right? Like
Yeah.
he was doing some crazy shit behind the scenes using customer funds. But at the end of the day, he's a smart man. Like if you don't
Yeah.
think that he had thousands or tens of thousands of Ethereum and thousands or tens of thousands of Bitcoin stored in a hardware wallet, you're out of your mind, right? He didn't have all of his money on FTX exchange. He didn't have all of his money. I'm sure he had a lot of his net worth in FTT token, but not all of it. So I don't know if he put up the money to get him out of bail, but the guy probably still had, he was worth multiple billions of dollars, Rodney. He's not worth $0 right now. Like he had money in a hardware wallet, probably multiple hardware wallets locked away somewhere. And as Peter said, guys, make sure to smash a like button. Let's get up to 75 likes right now. But I don't know if he put up the bail. I don't know who did, but at the end of the day, it's like the bail was put up, he was let out, and there's no way that this guy has $0 to his name.
No, definitely not. And what we did see is like one of their lead developers, right? Pretty much like hard coded a bunch of stuff into the exchange where it made it so like Alameda Research wouldn't be like forcefully liquidated because sometimes when people put, do these crazy leverage plays, you get liquidated. Alameda Research wouldn't do it. And remember, there was a backdoor or some sort of hack. So how do we know that that wasn't programmed into the exchange as well? And what we're seeing is that, dude, Caroline and other people are legitly belly up. They are rolling over on this man and admitting to all sorts of fraud and conspiracy and those sorts of things. So it doesn't look good for SBF, especially when you see that bond. Although he posted it, 250 million. That comes with a harsh prison sentence, right? He's going to be going to jail forever, I think.
What did Bernie Madoff? How many years did he get sentenced to? I know he was older. I think he died in prison.
2 consecutive life sentences, something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Something like that, I believe, right? Let's see. Bernie Madoff sentence. I'm pretty sure it was that. Let me double check, but I think it was something like that. Bernie Madoff sentence. What did he get? His scheme, Bernie was convicted of fraud, money laundering, and other related crimes, for which he was sentenced 150 years in federal prison. 150 years. So, yeah, but he died.
Yeah. So I mean, if SBF was his bail, which is just bail, was 25 times that, I mean, we probably can't expect 25 times a sentence, but probably similar, right? Probably similar.
Yeah,
you would think. You don't know, but you would think.
I think this would be the craziest. This would be the craziest, like non-conviction if like he gets out of this scot-free. And
I don't think he will. There's no chance. No chance that he gets out scot-free.
Well, there's an argument that I've been hearing people go, and I'm not defending SBF, but there's an argument going around pretty much saying that, that maybe he didn't know what was going on at Alameda Research, and that maybe he didn't want to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And the only reason why he filed bankruptcy, even though, because in the beginning, FTX.com was like destroyed, but FTX US was still functional, right? People could still withdraw. They didn't stop withdrawals until he filed bankruptcy, right? At like 4 a.m. or something like that. So people are saying that, oh, maybe John Ray, right? The guy who investigated the Enron, and his team, right? His group of people who go in and investigate it. Keep in mind, John Ray is getting paid $1,300 an hour to do this. And a lot of people are saying that, he forced SBF into bankruptcy. There were some things that he was supposed to let SBF take care of, but didn't, right? Once they took control of the company, they're like, all right, shut up, peon. We're going to handle this. And now they're, pretty much dragging this out and making it seem like, SBF was a complete fraudster, which I think he is. But there's an argument saying that maybe he didn't know what was going on at Alameda Research. Maybe it was Caroline doing all this shady shit. So it's going to be interesting, but I think he's 100% guilty.
Yeah, I mean, when it's your company, you're the CEO, you're responsible for everything that goes on, right? Like Elon Musk, he owns a lot of companies, right? He has Tesla, he has SpaceX, he has Neuralink, he has Twitter now. He's responsible for everything that goes on. But here's the question, Ronnie. Does he know everything that's happening at SpaceX right now? Does he know everything that's happening at Neuralink? It's like he's the CEO of all the companies. It's up to him, but does he know? And that's probably a good argument for SBF. Does he know what was happening at Alameda Research? I think the best part about this is in due time, we'll find out, right? The justice system will do its service and we will find out eventually. But does he know? Is he supposed to know every single thing that happens at these companies?
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, And speaking of Elon and Twitter, I think he might be stepping down. I think he might be stepping. Yeah, I think he put a poll up and people voted him out, or he went by the poll and pretty much said that he would step down. Because the Twitter poll, he said he would honor what people said. Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I haven't been on Twitter.
Yeah, he said he would. Yeah, so he put a poll up and people said that he should step down. And I mean, other people did other polls where I guess he won that poll where he shouldn't step down, but he put one up and people, the vast majority, said that they want him to step down. Now, is the bots, is the problem solved? Because I don't think the bot problem is completely solved. Do you?
No, I mean, I haven't been on there in 12 days, but I don't think it is at all. And I think that, let's see. Can you scroll on? I can't see it yet. Will you just zoom in a little bit?
I can't. I don't know. For some reason, I can't zoom in. Oh, wait. Yeah,
there you go. Should I step down as head of Twitter? I will abide by the result of this poll. Wow. 17 million votes. What was his comment below? 348 million views. I will resign as CEO as soon as I find someone foolish enough to take the job. After that, I will just run the software and servers teams. Wow. Well, yeah. He's still going to own Twitter, which is all that matters. And wait, go down to Mario's. What did that say?
Should I keep hosting spaces? I will abide by the
results. That's so funny.
Someone said no. Oh, here comes
David Goxstein throwing shade.
Dude, David Goxstein is on some bullshit, bro.
Wow. He said, damn, son, I like your spaces. You can't bot yourself out of this. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. This is hilarious. Now, I watched a funny video on this Mario guy on Upper Echelon, and I think a lot of these Twitter live spaces, like when I was watching this for news, like I don't know what it was, but it was just a bunch of people. Like it was like that old, like I said, like the Salem witch trials, where like the village would come together. Like, guilty, and like none of the facts were really like true and factual just yet. And that's how I think a lot of these Twitter live spaces are. It's just a bunch of bros talking, giving their opinions about shit and like breaking news that was not really real. Like it's crazy, but they are fun. They are fun.
Yeah, I wonder, did he stop doing the Twitter Spaces? Did he abide by his by his poll, Mario? Or he's continued to do them. Look, they got a lot of people though. But I remember David said that once on I think he came on our Twitter space. Yeah, he came on our Twitter space and he was like, "Yeah, this is better." What's that?
Are we there? We good?
Yeah,
I think that's me. I don't know what's going on. That fire really wrecked my shit. But did you check your phone?
Nope, but I will right now.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm having some poverty. I think it's me today. For some reason, dude, there's a huge fire, and they just got the internet back up. So
yeah, let's go for 5 more minutes. I just checked my phone. We'll do five more, and then we'll wrap it up here, and then we'll do it. Jayhawk said, "Just stay off Twitter, Jake." We might have to. I might have to never come back.
Do you know what, Jake? To be honest, man, like because Jake gave me this advice to schedule some of my tweets, and that's the best advice, just to stay off. It's just good to like disconnect. Like I don't know about you, but I like to fill my life up with a lot of balance. Like I walk a lot. Just getting like the sun and the nature and hiking and making sure you pay attention to your physical health and your mental health and your all kinds of different aspects of like life that you got to make sure you take care of, because you can get so sucked in about being online. It really does mess with you, right?
I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good for people to be online as much as we are, right? Like it's like, or even people in this chat. I've seen some people's screen times in the chat, and it's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours a day. I'm like, you're on your phone for 12 hours a day. It's like, how do you have? And then when you're not on your phone, you're on your computer. And when you're not doing that, you're watching TV. So yeah, we're in this interesting time where technology is becoming more prevalent. Everybody is on their devices. Everybody's so connected online that you're so disconnected from the real world. It's like to go out and go for a walk, like you said, to go meet people outside. It's like you're losing that connection. So that's one thing I realized. People are like, when are you going to get back on Twitter? I'm like, well, first off, my account's locked. I'll get back on there once the Twitter support team opens up the case. I'm in the queue right now. But after having 12 days of no Twitter, it's been great, man. It really has. It's like Twitter is a wild place. For some reason, Twitter is the most toxic of all the social medias, right? Like Instagram, it's not very toxic. Snapchat, not at all. It's like Twitter I think it's because everyone can have a comment. Everyone has a platform. It's like a town hall. It really is. But I think that's one piece of advice that we can give, and to get offline. To go spend time outside, to go walk, to go exercise, to go hang out with friends, because being online and so connected at all times of the day it's not good for your mental health, I don't believe.
No, and one thing I don't know, like the last 4 or 5 years of my life, I've been really like focused on, first of all, work, and then mostly focused on like literally screen time. But this last year, bro, I've been saying yes to like more things that involve me spending time with people and actual real human interaction. Let me tell you guys, king. Human interaction and just spending time with good friends and experiencing different things is like more important than anything else. You know what I mean?
I think so. Yeah, your circle, like who you surround yourself with, right? Yep. And good people too. It's like you can hang around either unhappy, toxic people that don't push you to be better, or hang around good people that encourage you, and you feel good when you hang out with them. Like that's what it's about. Is real life interaction. Although I have been wearing my Oculus headset playing poker in the virtual reality, and that shit is actually a little bit more. It's a little bit more fun than you've been playing poker. You've been playing poker?
Yeah. No, so you're playing poker, right? Jake is watching some 4D porn. That's what Jake is doing.
No, never, man. I've been playing, like, literally. Have you played the blackjack game on there?
Dude, you get Resident Evil 4 for the Oculus.
Oh, I got to get it.
Dude,
I literally just opened it up. I bought it like a year ago. I just opened it up, but it's crazy how much more fun
isn't it?
That world is than real life. It's like, because I'm sitting here in my living room with like friends, and I spent good time with them, but you put on the headset and you go play blackjack, and they're they got rubber ducks, and you're smoking cigars in the metaverse, and this guy's got like, it's wild what is taking place. And I think that makes me more bullish on the metaverse than ever. Like just getting in there and playing blackjack and poker with these people.
Dude, 100%. You got to try Resident Evil, bro.
I'll do it. I didn't know it was a game. I bought ping pong as well. I haven't played that, but just poker is too much. It's like, it's wild, man. You get lost in there. I think the metaverse, everybody's shitting on Mark Zuckerberg, saying like the, changing the company to Meta and having the bet on Meta was a bad move. I know they've lost billions of dollars, but I think eventually it will pay off for them.
Dude, yeah, 100%. I think so too. I think they just got to keep trying and play Resident Evil, bro. Like you're literally like it's a zombie world. Like you have guns and stuff. Like it's fucking creepy, but it's so fun. It's I passed it a while ago. I'm actually trying to replay it on hard mode, but very fun, very fun.
Big A Armory said, I'm on Pornhub and Rodney stream
at the
same time.
Yeah, all right, looks like we're almost out of here. Jake, do you want to give any closing statements to the chat out there?
Yeah, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for tuning in. 200 plus people here on a holiday week, right? Holiday week. We will be live on Friday, the Crypto Hour on my channel. Thank you guys for your support. Hopefully we get the Twitter back this week or next week. I think it should be coming back pretty soon. That way we can start our Twitter spaces again. Keep investing, keep having fun. Always do your own research, and we appreciate you for tuning in.
100%. Thanks, Jake, for that. And guys out there, look, if you can, like if you have the ability, try to spend time with friends and family. Call some people that you love, and spend these holiday seasons with them. A lot of the holiday seasons can take a huge toll on a lot of people out there because a lot of people don't have that connection. But take the time to do those sorts of things. Take care of your mental, emotional, and physical health out there. And enjoy the rest of your year. Of course, I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m., but then we'll be back at Friday at 9 a.m. And then maybe we'll give them like a little stream on the weekend because we're going to have some fun over this weekend, right?
Can we do it? Let's do it Saturday. How about Saturday?
I think we can, buddy.
Let's do it on Saturday. Cool. A little impromptu stream. Sounds like a plan to me.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you. Make sure to smash that like button on your way out, and we will see you Friday.
Peace out, everybody.